חי, מלך חי וקיים. מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי וקיים. מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי, מלך חי וקיים. מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי וקיים. מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי, מלך חי וקיים. מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי וקיים. מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי, מלך חי וקיים. מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי וקיים. מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי, מלך חי וקיים. מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי וקיים. מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי, מלך חי וקיים. מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי וקיים. מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי, מלך חי וקיים.
Shabbat Shalom. So nice to be back together. Welcome to everyone who's here and to everyone who's joining us on the live stream this morning. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. It's a very special Shabbat, I think. It's Parshat Bamidbar, so we're starting a whole new book of the Torah, a new opportunity to re-engage with stories and laws and ideas. And it's also the Shabbat before Shavuot. So we're preparing ourselves as Bnei Israel prepared themselves to approach Sinai. We are preparing ourselves to approach Shavuot and the possibility of revelation. And there's a oft-quoted, oft-cited midrash on the Parsha this week, on the first pasuk, the first verse of the Parsha, that announces that God told Moshe b'midbar Sinai, in the desert of Sinai, God gave Moshe the command to take another census of the people. And the question is, why does the Torah specify Midbar Sinai? Why do we need to know? We already knew that this is where they were. So the Midrash says it's to reinforce the idea that in order to receive Torah, in order to be at the place of Sinai, You have to make yourself like a desert. Ein adam koneh haTorah ad sheyaseh atzmo hefker kamidbar. Hefker kamidbar, ownerless. Like ownerless, like the desert. Like there's nothingness. And I think in some sense this is part of one aspect of practice or one aspect of spiritual life that we want to cultivate in our mindfulness practice. Is to be present is to let go of the things that are weighing us down, of the things that we are, to use kind of Buddhist idea, that we are attached to. That when we are attached to an idea or a desire, it's very hard to open to anything else. It's very hard to see beyond what it is that we want, what we think. And the way of being in the world that allows us to be open to other people and other ideas is to make ourselves hefker, a little bit ownerless, a little bit like the wilderness. And I think very few of us get to that place in meditation where our minds are empty. And that's really not, in fact, the goal even. But the intention of sitting here together and being present with one another and letting go of ego, inhibitions, anxieties, desires, just be open to whatever comes in, whatever is there for us to receive. That is a way of preparing for revelation, for preparing for Torah. So we'll take that idea and recognize that once we clear away all of that, we can also see not just an openness, but the purity of our own souls. So we'll move into singing and chanting Elohai Neshama, and then into Hareini Mikabel Alai, the instruction to love our neighbor as ourself, that we open up to the loveliness, the beauty of our own soul, and then we're able to pour out that love to others. So we'll go from page 99, and if you're in the Sim Shalom, Elohai Neshama is on page 8, and then Hareini Mikabel on page 10.
Elohai Neshama
Shenatata bi tehorahi. Elohai Neshama Shenatata bi tehorahi. Be
Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat. Psalm 92 is the Psalm of Shabbat. It's the song that Shabbat sings. It represents the essence of this moment, this time, this day. And the essence of the day is expressed in that first line, Tov lahodot l'Adonai. It is good to be grateful. It's good to give thanks. What does it mean to give thanks? What does it mean to be grateful? What does hodaya really mean? Gratitude comes in lots of flavors. One of the flavors is wonder, expressed in Mary Oliver's poem, The Place I Want to Get Back To. The place I want to get back to is where in the pine woods, in the moments between the darkness and the first light, 2 deer came walking down the hill. And when they saw me, they said to each other, okay, this one is okay. Let's see who she is and why she's sitting on the ground like that. So quiet, as if asleep or in a dream. But anyway, harmless. And so they came on their slender legs and gazed upon me, not unlike the way I go out to the dunes and look and look and look into the faces of flowers. And then one of them leaned forward and nuzzled my hand. And what can my life bring to me that could exceed that brief moment? For 20 years, I have gone every day to the same woods, not waiting exactly, just lingering. Such gifts bestowed can't be repeated. If you want to talk about this, come to visit. I live in the house near the corner, which I have named Gratitude. One flavor of gratitude is wonder at marvels, exceptional moments. L'hagid ba'boker chasdecha, in the mornings, in the light, in the beauty of day, we focus on chesed, on loving kindness, manifestations of love, which comes in many forms. Some of you may have heard about the rescue of 4 of the hostages today. And for that, we can find gratitude. But then the line continues also. Ve'emunatcha baleilot, we give thanks to God for God's emunah baleilot in the nights of our lives, both the light of day and the wonders that we behold, the goodness in our lives, but also maybe just as importantly, when we're in the nights, when we're in the nightmares, like these days, when we can still sense in the midst of the night a sense of being held, of not being alone, of actually, because we are not attached to our egos or to other things, we can feel like we are attached to something beyond ourselves. So let's invite us to sit for a minute to identify all those flavors of gratitude, maybe from this past week, maybe from today, and that will lead us into singing Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat, the song that Shabbat itself is singing and which we join with. For what are you grateful right now?
Mizmor Shir is on page 134 in the Lev Shalem and 76 in the Sim Shalom.
Tov lehodot l'Adonai ulzamer shimcha elyon.
Sit for a moment feeling the reverberations of those words, of the music, of our souls. So we got to see our midrash in action this morning. We started to open ourselves and make ourselves hefker, kamidbar, open and ownerless like the desert, and the Torah came in and just came right to us. So let's keep going. Who knows what else will come in? Ashrei on page 136 or page 81 in the Sim Shalom. I love these opening words. I love them. Ashrei yoshvei veitecha. Happy are those who sit in your house, in your home. And we know that we can make that home anywhere. God is everywhere. Whenever we come together with others in prayer and song and contemplation, we can make that home and we can experience that osher, that happiness. So let's take a minute to sit, to really sit intentionally and tap into what does it feel like to be sitting together, all of us, yoshvei, all of those in plural, all of us, in this room and in your own rooms online, we're sitting all together. So bring your attention to what is supporting you right now in your seat. The chair underneath you, the floor or earth under your feet. What does it feel like to be connected to that support? You didn't even have to ask, you just sat down and the chair was there supporting you. See if you can hear or feel your inhale and exhale. Maybe you can hear that soft drawing in and gentle flowing out, or really feel the lift of the chest or the expansion of the belly. And begin to shift your awareness over to the right side of your body. Intentionally looking at, focusing on whatever sensations tingling warmth, energy you're feeling on the right side of your body. And then extend that awareness over to the person who is seated to your right. And if you're in a room where there isn't anyone else, you could imagine, who is the next person closest to me on my right? A neighbor or someone down the block? Here's a person right near you. Can you feel their energy? Maybe you can hear their breath. And begin to draw your attention over to the left side of your body. And then extending that attention a little bit further to the person on your left. Again, just being aware of their presence. And drawing back to center, and now extending your awareness out in front of you. There may be someone sitting directly in front of you, or you might imagine the person closest to you, even if they're not in the room. Sensing their presence, their existence. Hearing breath, feeling warmth. And finally, bringing your attention to your back body, the back of the head and neck, shoulder blades, your back ribs. And feeling or imagining the person closest to you behind you. And now bringing your attention just back to your center. Again, the feeling of support underneath you, chair or cushion, floor under your feet. And here we all are sitting together. Every person in this room is a person just like me, a human being with loves and fears and hopes and anxieties. and dreams. And here we all are coming together with all of that, to sit together, to create a bite, to create a home for God, for the divine presence, energy that is inside all of us and all around us. Ashrei yoshvei veitecha.
Ashrei yoshvei, Ashrei yoshvei veitecha, Ashrei yoshvei veitecha,
Page 151.
.342 in the Sim Shalom.
Tu
Just breathing and noticing vibrations. The vibrations in the room. And we've created vibrations in our bodies, our voices. Noticing that energy. And just breathing with it. Feeling the aliveness. Lots of noise. That's part of the scene, but we have this beautiful tradition from the rabbis and then filtered through the Jewish mystical tradition that in order to receive Torah, B'nai Yisrael, and we need to find a place of stillness and quiet. The rabbis taught when Torah was given at Sinai. It was a moment when the birds fell silent and the animals, even the heavenly beings, stopped singing. And the whole world, the whole universe was hushed into silence. And then the voice went forth. A moment of silence, a presence of stillness. Nothing to do but receive. So as we prepare for the Shema, which amazingly is a prayer which only invites us to listen deeply, let's take a moment to find that place of stillness. It's by noticing where we are in the world, sitting here between Broadway and West End Avenue, between 88th and 89th Street, on this island, in this building, built on a foundation, supported by the bedrock of this island. As the vibrations settle, see if you can allow yourself just to be still. And that doesn't mean to be motionless or frozen. If it helps to put a hand over your heart or your heart space, you might notice that there is a stillness that settles in, an equanimity, a peacefulness, an openness. To receive Torah, just be still. Just be here. Just listen. Bring some attention to the breath and notice if there's any effort involved. See if you can just allow the breath to arrive and receive it. And see if you can allow the breath just to release, again, with as little effort as possible. Being breathed. We'll receive 3 more breaths, and on the third, let's use that breath to shape the words of the Shema, to let those words release from us. Shema Yisrael Adonai
The Amida is the standing prayer. Amida means standing, but it's also, I think, an opportunity or an exercise in mindful speech, because we're opening the Amida. Before we say the first bracha, we ask for God's help in allowing the words to come out of our mouths. Adonai sifatai tiftach. God, please open my lips. Ufi yagid tehilatecha. My mouth will proclaim your tehillah, your glory, your wondrousness, your praises. So we're really directing ourselves, I think, through this very short phrase, these 6 words. What's coming out of our mouths right now? What do we want to come out of our mouths? If God is opening our mouths, it must be because something really wonderful is going to come out. So what do we want that to be? We have the words of the tefillah, of the Amida, and this is also, the Amida is also an opportunity for personal prayer. So what is your intention as we move toward the Amida? What are the words that you are hoping will come out of your mouth? Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha, page 159, or page 354 in the Sim Shalom.
Sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi
With intention, can rise, stand up in body or spirit. And just take a moment to observe your body in this different position. Or if you're still seated, it's another opportunity to explore the body sitting down. Shift your weight over to the right side, and then over to the left side, and then back to center. feeling equally balanced as you're able. And feel the ground underneath you once again. Drawing your attention up the body from the ankles to the shins and calves, the knees, the thighs, the hips, up the belly and the torso. Maybe open your chest a little bit more. Then feel your arms and hands extended along your sides. How wondrous is the body, and we're not always aware of it or paying attention to it until something goes wrong. So take this moment to feel what is right in your body today. What is feeling good? What is working as it should? And we'll take a few minutes now in a silent standing meditation. You're welcome to use the Siddur to say the traditional prayers of the Shabbat Amida, or the prayers of your own heart, or just standing in silence. breathing in all the energy of this bite, of this home, this prayer space that we have created together. And now, having made ourselves Hefker Kamidbar, open and wild and ownerless like the wilderness, we can go into the sanctuary for the Torah service. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning.